Matthew here, reporting from my server room office. A little behind the scenes of what's going on today. We had this idea last week for a campaign where you have 100 guardsmen. They're put into an awful situation, and you play game after game to see if you can basically get off the planet. But casualties remain. So if you lose 10 of them in the first game, you only have 90 in the next game. And then if you lose 20 more, you've only got 70. And the goal is to play and see if you can survive to the end. So I decided to up the ante and really, we'll do a couple things. One, make it more like a roguelike, procedurally generated thing. And what that means is that even though I'm going to be the antagonist or the game master, I'm designing the rules right now. See, designing them so that they can be played by anybody. Now, I know all my narrative campaigns, I try to do that, but this one's like really in such a way that even when I'm playing it, I won't improvise. I might change rules as I, play test it, but the idea is that no. This is like I'm like a computer, and I'm just trying to kill Steve's Imperial Guardsmen. And so we love this idea. We've already actually created the list of 100 guardsmen. There's some Volgren in there too, and Ratlings, but there's 100 people in total, whether they're abhuman or otherwise. And Steve's basically got to run the gauntlet. And I have no idea. He might die in 2 missions, and it'd only be 2 games long, or it might take 10 games, or whatever it is. I'm trying to design it so it's hard enough that you're not likely to get through, and so there's a nice big challenge. But I don't know exactly until we actually play it. It's coming together quite nicely actually. But here's the cool thing. This morning on our Discord server, and I sent out an email as well. I said, I got these 100 guardsmen. I'd love to raise some funds for being able to kind of to almost sponsor or fund the campaign. Like it is going to go in the vault, except for the first episode. But there's still like the question of making sure that there's good profit from each of these things so that we can continue to do them. And the vault is great, but it's not what it used to be. Like the vault used to be our main source of income, and now it's a source of income. And we have the Forge and Ravish Star and other things. And so we need to find other ways to be able to raise money to do narrative campaigns and campaigns like this. So the idea was you could pay a certain amount and be one of the guardsmen. Your name would be on it, and you would find out how you die. Basically, you're on this demon world, and you're most likely going to die. And I thought, well, that's complicated, and I don't know if maybe we should do a season of it before we offer that so that people can see what they're getting. But I threw a message on Discord saying, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Go buy anything from anywargamingforge.com. I don't care what it is. And it can be a $5 STL or $100 of stuff. Doesn't matter. And I'll put you in it. So you just got to forward me the receipt, Matthew@miniwargaming.com. And in the order received would be kind of your rank. So and the first one would be the platoon commander, because it's basically a platoon. And then like the sergeants, and then like the ogrins, and the ratlings, and the special weapons, and then the regular guardsmen, and lastly the conscripts, because we got a squad of conscripts. I know they're not a thing, but we have a squad of 20 that we're going to make the conscripts. And I just kind of threw that in there this morning. Like I thought of it this morning at home. I put the message up like at 7 o'clock in the morning my time. And within like a minute, somebody had bought something. It was the platoon commander. Let me see. I've got it right here. Adam Jagger, or maybe it's Jagger, but it's probably Jagger, is the platoon commander. And like Rob Mullen is the first sergeant. And Santino is the second sergeant. And Christopher Tidbury is a third sergeant. And Reese Knight from My Mini Factory is the fourth sergeant. And Gramps is the fifth sergeant. And Cameron Glasscock is the sixth sergeant. All of that, and we're slowly putting them in there. I've got James working through the list because we ended up like filling 50 or 60 of the seats already. This is only like 5 or 6 hours later. You guys are crazy. I am overwhelmed by just even 17 years of doing this. It still gets me just how awesome the community really is and how they can still help us with stuff like this. So I'm writing the rules for it now. We're going to start filming it. Steve's going to be the horrible thrown in the spot of the guardsman. We've even created a private Discord server just for the people who have paid, so he can communicate to them how he's going to kill them. How he's going to help them survive, and that's just a lot of fun. So I'm enjoying this, and I'm looking forward to other narrative campaigns that we're going to do as well. We might look for other ways to do this kind of stuff, where it's like involve you guys and help to raise a little bit of funds for it as well. So if you're interested and you want to be part of it, you can go to miniwargamingforge.com, buy anything. I don't care how little or big it is. There's even one product. You'll have to search for it because I didn't make it prominent, where you just search for last 100. I think we'll find it. For those who don't want to buy anything but just want to donate and be one of the people. We actually had people say that. They're like, hey, I don't really want to buy anything. So just do a search for last 100 and you'll see a last 100 guardsman spot, and you can pay like $10 or more and get in with that. And if we do make, like, it looks like we're going to sell at the 100, and so if that does happen, then we'll just have it continue, and you can be demons. The demon, I'll name the demons, and you can be the ones to die and kill guardsmen as well, or cultists or whatever. So if we get past 100, then we'll just keep going after that for those who want to do that, and that will help to kind of offset the costs of making it. And then Vault members help to offset the cost, and maybe that becomes profitable, and that becomes a thing that we can do more often. And we can make this a regular thing, along with other narrative campaigns, of course. Let me know what you think. But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Happy wargaming.